This Saturday marks 10 years since the Boston Marathon bombing. 3 people were killed, more than 260 others were hurt after multiple bombs were detonated near the finish line. Matt Paddock sat down with one of the survivors. Matt?
Mike, Heather Abbott of Newport lost her leg in the bombing nearly a decade ago. Tonight, she shares her firsthand account of a day that many will never forget. Could you take me back to April 15th, 2013?
And we took the train up to Boston and saw the Sox play at Fenway, and then we walked over to the finish line to meet some friends that live in the city and watch the runners come in at the finish line.
But what came next is something no one could have ever expected, recalling the moment the first bomb went off.
I remember seeing the smoke in the air and hearing people start screaming, and but really before I had a chance to react, there was a second explosion just a few feet away from where I was standing. The next thing I knew, I was catapulted through the open doors of the restaurant.
What went through your head when you kind of initially realized what happened, if you'd been thrown?
I just remember kind of feeling like in a panic that I needed to get away from where I was and run in the direction that the other people were running. But my foot felt like it was on fire. It was in tremendous pain. So I knew somehow not to look at it, and I knew I probably couldn't get up. So I started screaming for help and hoping somebody would stop and help me.
Then her miracle came. Erin Chatham and her husband Matt, a former New England Patriot.
To look at my foot, I think she realized that somebody really needed to carry me.
Abbott credits the Chathams with saving her life, but after 3 surgeries in 4 days,
doctors were trying to assess whether they'd be able to salvage my leg or not. It was pretty damaged. The bones were all shattered in my foot. My heel was completely blown off.
She had to make a choice. After many hard discussions with veteran amputees, she made one of the hardest decisions she could, having her leg amputated. Coming up new at 6, Heather Abbott tells us about how she found healing through this tremendous tragedy, creating a foundation that helps other amputees across the country. Reporting live in studio, Matt Paddock, 12 News.